All right, what's up everyone? Greg here from Investing in Gold, and today we're going to be talking about the gold IRA rules you should be aware of before you invest in a gold IRA. So let's start with where the gold IRA started or when it became possible. And this was back in 1997 with the Taxpayer Relief Act, and this allowed us to start holding gold and other precious metals in an IRA. Now you can hold gold, silver, platinum, and palladium all in an IRA, certain forms of them, the ones that are approved, but it's often referred to as the gold IRA simply because it's the most well-known of the four. Little fact for you. But you can also hear it referred to as a precious metals IRA. It goes hand in hand. For the sake of this video, we're going to stick with gold IRA because again, it's well known and it's easier to say for the sake of the video. Let's also talk about what an IRA is. An IRA stands for Individual Retirement Account. And IRAs usually are used for the tax benefits. People use them for the tax benefits, and it's used to save up for retirement, their retirement accounts. And there's a lot of different types of IRAs that have different types of tax benefits and different types of contribution limits and rules. Some of those IRAs include traditional IRAs, you got non-deductible IRAs, you have Roth IRAs, SEP IRAs, simple IRAs, and then the one we'll be most focused on in this video is a self-directed IRA, and that's what we use when we set up a gold IRA. Let's just kind of go down the line, just talk about the basics of each one, because it's important to understand just the basics of, IRA accounts. So let's start with the traditional IRA. Now, with a traditional IRA, you get tax-deductible contributions, and you get to see your money grow tax-free. That's the main advantages of the traditional IRA. So then you got the non-deductible IRA, and this is when you have a retirement plan that's set up through an employer, but you exceed the maximum IRA income limits. And with this, you may not get the same tax deductions as you do with a traditional IRA, but you can still see your money grow, tax deferred. You can still see that tax deferred growth with this type of IRA. Then you got the Roth IRA. And with the Roth IRA, typically contributions are not tax deductible. But the main benefit of the Roth IRA is that when you hit retirement and you can pull that money out at 59.5 or later, the money you pulled out is tax free. So you don't got to pay taxes on all that money you made as those growing throughout the lifespan of the IRA. So then we have the SEP IRA, and this stands for Simplified Employee Pension. And this is basically your traditional IRA, but it's funded by the employer or the self-employed individual. So then we got the Savings Incentive Match Plan for employees, or the simple IRA. And this is similar to a 401k plan, but it has lower contribution limits and also lower administrative costs. So then we got the self-directed IRA, and the self-directed IRA generally has the same contribution and eligibility rules as the traditional IRA or the Roth IRA, but we can have additional assets in there. And those assets include real estate, intellectual properties, cryptocurrencies, and of course, precious metals or a gold IRA. Now let's talk about rules that govern the self-directed IRA, because really that's what we're most interested in, because that's what we would set up our gold IRA with. So there's specific rules for gold IRAs and other precious metals, and that includes, I think it's subsection 408M3, and this sets exceptions and guidelines for coins and bullion. So the gold must have a fineness that is equal to or exceeding the minimum fineness that is required by the contract market. Now for gold, that is 99.5% purity, or you may see 0.995. Most of my gold that I own says 0.999 on that actually, so all that passes, but it has to be at least 99.5% purity. So your gold also must be held by an IRA custodian, and one of the IRA custodians I use is Equity Trust or Equity Institutional. That's the one I have for my gold IRA, and this is by law. In order to have a gold IRA, the gold has to be held by that custodian. That's kind of like a middleman, but that has to be done. It can't be stored in your home. It has to be stored by a custodian. There is also certain types of IRA contribution limits, and the best thing to do is to connect with a precious metal dealer that can help you with the exact numbers with all this. And if you want to find the right dealer, I've been in this industry a long time, you can go to investingingold.com/quiz, and I'll connect you with the best dealer for whatever situation you're in. Typically there's one company I recommend for most people, but there is certain cases where there's one or two other companies I recommend depending on your needs, like what type of scenario you're in with how much money you have and what type of accounts you have, whether you need to do a rollover, whether you're looking for physical gold or a gold IRA. IRA. There's all different questions. Actually, there's 5 questions, but that puts you in a category of which company is best for you to invest with. Again, find that at investingingold.com/quiz, and it'll give you the best precious metals company to go with. So another rule you need to be aware of is that if you already own gold, you can't put that gold into an IRA. You can, of course, open a gold IRA and purchase new gold, as long as it's IRA approved, and put that IRA approved gold into your gold IRA. Or, of course, as I just mentioned, you can also roll over an existing account into a gold IRA. For example, a lot of people will do like a 401k rollover to gold. People will call it a gold IRA rollover, and that's also another way to start getting, contributions into your gold IRA, so to speak. So that is some of the main rules you need to be aware of when it comes to a gold IRA. Again, I recommend that you connect with a precious metals dealer because they can really help you with all the fine details of certain gold IRA rules you need to be aware of, and they'll help, kind of navigate you along the way. And again, I've been in this industry for a long time. I've talked to a lot of the CEOs out there of the major gold companies, and I know which companies are good and really help their clients and are really interested in, have your best interest at heart. So if you take that quiz, it will help you find a good company no matter which direction you're looking to go. So that is some of the basic gold IRA rules you need to be aware of. Again, if you connect with a precious metals company that's reputable, again, you can find one if you take that quiz I showed you. There's a few different companies I recommend, but there's one main one for most people. They will help you through the kind of finer details of the gold IRA rules. They're gonna make sure you go through everything nice and smoothly and there's no bumps in the road, and that's why using a precious metals company, especially when you're first starting, is a good idea. Once you're more advanced, you can do it on your own, but when you're first starting, using a company to kind of guide you is one of the best ways to go. Hopefully this helps educate you on the gold IRA rules. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and next video we'll be talking about a new gold topic. Talk to y'all soon.